Production cost refer to the total cost incurred by a business to produce a good or service. It includes all the expenses directly related to the production process, such as labor cost, raw material and input, overhead cost, equipment and machinery cost, energy and fuel cost, transportation and logistic cost, packaging and labeling cost. Production cost does not include the costs such as marketing, advertising, and administrative expenses. There are different type of production costs which include fixed costs, example rent and salary, variable cost, example raw material, semi-variable cost, utility and maintenance, direct cost, labor and raw material, indirect cost, overhead and utility. Understanding about production cost is important for the business to determine their pricing strategy, optimizing their production process and maximize their profit. Now we will study about types of production cost. In the earlier we have discussed that there are 5 types of production cost. First we will study about the fixed cost. These costs remain fixed, same, even if production level increase or decrease, but the fixed costs remain fixed. Example, salary, rent, insurance, depreciation. These are the costs which are fixed, which can't be changed. Variable costs. These costs vary directly with production level, such as raw material, labor, energy, and packaging. Semi-variable costs. These costs are partially fixed and partially variable, such as utility, maintenance, and repairs. Direct costs. These costs are directly related to the production process, such as labor, raw material, and energy. Indirect costs. These costs are not directly related to the production process, such as overhead, administrative expenses, marketing. Opportunity costs. These costs represent the value of alternative given, such as using a machine for one product instead of another, using labor for one tank instead of another. Sunk costs. These costs have already been incurred and cannot be changed, such as past investment in equipment or technology, past experience for marketing or advertising. Average cost. This cost is the total cost divided by the quantity produced. Marginal cost. This is the additional cost of producing one more unit. Understanding about these types of the production cost, it helps the business to optimize their production process, pricing strategy, and stability. Now, what is KALE cost of farming? KALE is a company which produce seeds, fertilizer, insurance, interest on bank loan. It has shown about the cost company and about its the profit and loss in this statement. Now, next is, what do you mean by production function, which we have discussed. Now, next is, what is corn production function? The corn production function represents the relationship between the input used to concern production and result the output. The most common input is corn production are land, labor, capital, fertilizer, seeds, water, and technology. The corn production function can be represented by a mathematical equation such as Q is equal to K, L, F, W, T, where Q is equal to quantity of corn produced, L is equal to land, K is equal to capital, F is equal to fertilizers and chemical, S is equals for seeds, W is for water, and T is for technology. Production function can take various forms such as Cobb, Douglas production function, where Q is equal to AL, linear production function, where Q is equal to AL plus AK plus CF plus DS plus EW plus FT. The production function is used to analyze the relation between input and output, optimize resource allocation, and predict the impact of change input on corn production. Next is marginal production. The marginal production is the additional output generated by adding one more unit of variable input such as labor or capital to the production process while holding at all input constant. In other words, we can say that it is the change in total product resulting from a one unit change in the variable input. For example, if a farmer has 10 workers and produce 100 bushels of corn and then add one more worker and produce 110 bushels of corn, the marginal product of labor is 10 bushels, 110 minus 100. The minor product is an important concept in economics because it helps to analyze the efficiency of product, determine the optimal level of input. You understand the law of diminishing marginal return. The law of diminishing marginal return states that as the amount of a variable input increase, the marginal product will eventually decrease. This means that at some point adding one of the input will not increase output proportionately and may even lead to decreasing return. Next is, what do you mean by total product curve constant and increasing marginal return? The total product curve shows the total output of a production process as the quantity of a variable input such as labor increasing while other inputs are held constant. A total product curve which constant and increasing the marginal return would have the following characteristic. Initial increasing marginal return, the curve starts with a steep slope indicating that the marginal product of the variable input is increasing. This means that each additional unit of input leads to a more than a proportional unit increase in output. Constant marginal return, as the input quality increase, the marginal product remain constant, indicating that each additional unit of input leads to the proportional increase in output. The curve becomes a straight line with a constant slope. Eventually, diminishing marginal return set in as the input quantity continues to increase, the marginal product start to decrease, indicating that each additional unit of the input leads to less the proportional increase in output. The total product curve would look like this. Initial step slope increasing marginal return, straight line with constant slope, constant marginal returns, curve beyond to bend downwards, diminishing marginal return. Thus, this type of total product curve is often seen in industries where there are economies of scale such as manufacturing, where increasing the labor force lead to greater efficiency and productivity. A total product curve will increasing the constant and diminishing return. A total product curve with increasing constant and decreasing return would have the following stages. Stage 1 is increasing return. The curve starts with the steep slope indicating that the marginal product of the variable input, example labor, is increasing. Each additional unit of the input leads to a more than proportional increase in output. Constant return. The curve becomes straight line with constant slope indicating that marginal product of the input is constant. Each additional unit of the product leads to a proportional increasing in output. Decreasing return. The curve begins to bend downward indicating that the marginal product of the input is increasing. Each additional unit of the input leads to a less than proportional increasing in output. The total product curve would look like this. Initial steep slope, increasing return, straight line with constant slope, curve bends downward, increasing return. This type of total product curve is often seen in industries where there are initially return increasing return to scale, but eventually diminishing return to set in due factors like overcrowding, resource, and constant or marginal limitation. Next is, what is fixed, variable, and marginal cost? Here is breakdown of fixed, variable, and marginal cost. Fixed cost, a cost that remains same even if the quantity produced change. It does not vary without output, for example, rent, salary, insurance, and depreciation. Variable cost is the cost that change with quantity. Output varies directly with output, example, raw material, labor, energy, packaging. Marginal cost, the marginal cost of producing one more unit of output, the change in the total cost when output it increase by one unit. Marginal cost is equal to change in total cost upon change in quantity. Or we can say that MC is equal to delta TC upon delta Q, where delta TC stands for change in total cost and delta Q stands for change in quantity. For example, a company produces 100 units at a cost of rupees $1,000. To produce 101 unit, the total cost increased by $1,020. The marginal cost of producing the 101 unit is $20. We can say that fixed cost remains same, variable cost change with change in output. Marginal cost is the additional cost of producing one more unit of output. Next is total cost curve for cone. The total cost curve for cone production typically has a shape that reflects the law of diminishing marginal return. Here is the outline what it might look at. Initial stage, total cost increase slowly as output increase, low marginal cost. This is because the farmer can easily add more labor, fertilizer, or other input to increase production. Middle stage, total cost increase at a faster rate as output increase. Moderate marginal cost, the farmer start to encounter diminishing return, meaning that each additional unit of input leads to similar increase in output. Late stage, the total cost increase rapidly as output increase. The farmer is expecting significant diminishing return, and each additional unit of input leads to very small increase in output. The total cost curve might look like TC is equal to Q3 minus 12Q plus 2 plus 40Q plus 50, whereas TC stands for total cost, Q stands for quantity of corn produced. This curve shows the typical shape of a total cost curve with increasing marginal cost and output increase. This is a simplified example, and the actual total cost of corn production may vary depending on many factors such as specific product, technology, input price, and weather condition. Next is, what is possible pattern cost? The possible pattern cost can be categorized into several types, including constant cost. Costs remain the same even if production increase or decrease. Increasing cost, cost increase as production increase. Decreasing cost, cost decrease as production decrease. Production increase. Diminishing cost, cost decrease at decreasing rate at production increase. Increasing marginal cost, each additional unit of production increase cost by a larger amount. Decreasing marginal cost, each additional unit of production increase cost by a smaller amount. U-shaped cost curve, cost initially decrease, then remain reach a minimum point and eventually increase as production increase. S-shaped cost curve, cost initially increase slowly, then rapidly, and finally slowly again as production increase. These patterns can be observed in various types of costs, including total cost, average cost, fixed cost, marginal cost, and variable cost. Understanding these cost patterns is essential for the business to optimize their production level, pricing strategy, and profitability. Possible pattern of long run average cost. The long run average cost curve typically exhibit the following pattern: decreasing economic of scale where larger production quantities lead to a lower average cost, constant return to scale, where cost average remain the same even if production increase. Increasing discontinuities of scale where larger production quantities lead to the higher average cost. The long run average cost curve is in U shape or path shape curve. Initial decreasing segment economies of scale dominate that average cost decrease the production increase. Middle segment constant return to scale where average costs remain relevantly constant. Final increasing segment diseconomies of scale dominate a average cost increase as production increase. This pattern occurs due to factor like technological improvement, specialization and division of labor, marginal efficiency, input price reduction, overcrowding and resources. The curve help firm identify the optimum production level and scale to minimize average cost and maximize efficiency.